Hello, and welcome to The Roundabout. I'm your host, Guzman. And on today's show, we'll chat with WPSC-FM Radio News Director, Joel Carrasquillo. Plus, we'll see how the student body stays informed. And later, we discuss the future of the show. Joining me at the desk, as always, are Kelsey Carter, Nadia Cruz, and our special guest, former host of The Roundabout, Brooke Rochman. Brooke, it's great to have you back. So, what have you been doing since you graduated?
Well, girls and ladies and all of us here at this beautiful table, I'm a big girl now. So, I have a full-time job, 9:30 to 6:30, work for a production company in Hoboken, and I got it because I interned there. So, word to the wise, intern, because you can get a job.
Well, speaking of getting in, a local school in New Jersey has actually authorized for students to be able to go into the bathroom in which they identify with their gender.
Whoa.
So how do you ladies feel about that?
I'm not sending my kid to that school. That's a little different.
Really?
But it's in North Jersey. This is very close to where we live.
Yeah. They approved the bathroom policy. They were like, okay, this is happening, and it's basically in which the child identifies. So it's like.
But what about if the other children don't feel comfortable?
That's what I was concerned with. I said, did they survey the children and ask if that was okay with them? Because it was
parents.
like a 6-to-1 vote. It wasn't like it was a 50-50. Most of everyone that went to this meeting agreed that this was okay. Personally, if I had a child, I would feel uncomfortable for someone that isn't of the same gender getting dressed, just because when you're in high school, you're very young and immature. You'll do things just to be mean, you know, like get dressed up and say you're transgender.
And you're still confused.
You know what, on the contrary, I disagree because we are moving forward in this world. We're progressing. So the transgender community, they're being comfortable coming out, and we are progressing more and more. So if this is the next step, by all means, everyone has to get on board. It's what we're doing.
I agree with Brooke. It just makes children more accepting. Mm-hmm. So I think that it's good, but you have to be cautious and educate your children.
I agree. I just personally still don't feel comfortable about that. But did you ladies hear about the MTA doing away with Metro cards?
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I mean, everyone does smartphones now. I think you should still have the option of a Metro card because there are people who don't have an iPhone, still have a flip phone. How are you going to get it on?
Anything can happen with the phone too.
Yeah.
Like where you can't get to it. Anything can happen.
What if it dies?
Or you can leave it at your house by mistake.
Which I do frequently.
I don't think they should completely do away with it, but I can honestly tell you, like, I used to commute to the city, and I could never find a Metro card that had money on it. Like, one would have 50 cents, the other one would have $2, and I wouldn't remember.
I feel like it just saves a lot of time. Sometimes by the time you stop and recharge your Metro card and get to your train, you've missed it by 1 second. So I think it's a great idea. So by 2020, they say we should have it. They're bidding on it. So it's nothing for sure yet, but definitely by 2020, we probably will do away with that.
I think you should just have the option, just like for NJ Transit, you have the option. You can buy a ticket, you can buy the monthly pass, and you can have the hard copy, or you can do it on your phone.
You
or
should have
buy
an
a
easy
ticket
pass.
Yeah.
You should have an easy pass to go through the Metro card. Sometimes I'm running and people are in my way. I just want to, you saw it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like everything is going with phones for sure. But did you guys hear about the AMC theaters? So now there's a no texting policy.
Well, there should be.
Well, there should be, but there's actually a designated texting area in the movie theater. I think it's weird because you're at the movies, relax. Why are you texting?
For me personally, any area in the movie theater is a texting area because I pay
you're one of
to
those?
watch the movie. But I'm a very discreet person when it comes to the viewing pleasure of other people. I don't blatantly have my phone out. It's not at the brightest, If I gotta take a quick peek at my phone, send a quick text message, I feel like that's considerate, considering that I'm a parent, and considering that there may be things that are happening.
Go to the bathroom.
No.
Well, she can
'cause
go
then I
to
miss
the
movie.
texting designated area
Right,
now.
that's
Yeah,
why
no.
it's made for you.
No.
True.
Yeah, texting designated area irks me a little bit though, because I feel like people will still be really disrespectful and have it on the brightest thing and text the whole movie. Both of my cousins, they're those texting divas, and I want to strangle them every time I'm with them. They cross the street and they're texting. They'll be hanging out with me. I haven't seen them in months. They'll be texting. I'm like, yoo-hoo, right her.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful, and I agree with the designated area to text.
Okay, yeah, so let's talk about something crazier than texting in the movies. We're gonna talk about the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Hey, do you guys know what that is?
No.
I don't think I want to know.
Okay, Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. So it's a religion in Poland and New Zealand, and essentially it is performed, and it's called Pastafarianism, and it is the marriage thing they do in New Zealand. So what they do is they dress up as pirates, they're on a ship, their wedding bands are spaghetti noodles, and then they Lady in the Tramp it out when they say I do. When they go in for their kiss, they have spaghetti and they go, boom, you married.
Is legal?
It's
This is
real.
a legal marriage?
So first, it started out as like a little joke in Kansas to make fun of a school, and then it kind of became like this real thing. To me, it's still a joke. Sorry, it's weird.
No, I take marriage and everything very serious. So for me, no, I won't be going to one. I definitely won't be participating.
So, in order for me to get divorced, right, if I'm a pastafarian, do I just
I need
eat
my spaghetti
ring?
bag.
Do I eat my ring?
I don't
spaghetti
know.
bag.
Like, do you
Done.
get a tat of like a noodle?
No. The noodle should still be there, right? Shouldn't be because it's.
Someone's gonna eat
Pasta.
that
You
noodle.
Probably put it
Different.
underneath a special lighting and it'll bake.
And can I get
No,
my
probably
own?
not.
Can I get my own personal Alfredo one? How do they engage? Like, how
Yo,
do
let
you
me get some
engage?
fettuccine.
Yes,
you know?
can I get a fettuccine Alfredo plate as an engagement thing?
Yeah, it's very odd. I have no idea. I don't get it.
When we come back from the break, our own Mason Mills talks with Brave New Radio's news director about his role at the station. Don't go anywhere.
America, land of the free, home of the brave, and birthplace of Oscar-winning actor Ernest Borgnine. But most importantly, America is home to the most American college TV station, WPTV. God bless ya.
Welcome back to the Roundabout. Joining us now from Studio B is Mason Mills, and with Mason is Joel Carrasquillo, the news director for William Patterson's radio station. Take it away, Mason.
Thank you, Kat, and hello, Joel. How are you doing today?
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Let's dive right into it. Tell me about what you do as news director for WP 88.7 FM.
I do a lot as a news director for Brave New Radio, but primarily my main focus is with the student news team. So the news team has 10 student news anchors. I'm in the team, you're in the team as well. You do a phenomenal job, by the way.
Thank you.
And basically everyone comes in Monday through Friday, 2 different people, read the news that's sent to us by USA News Network. We record and edit an audio cast, send that into USA News Network by the 9 a.m. deadline, and that's broadcasted to 36 other universities, as well as Indian reservations and USA News Network. And I try to make sure that everyone delivers the best audio cast as possible, so that when it comes time for them to graduate, they can put it on their reel. And I really try to be a leader and motivate them as well. So that's my pride and joy right there with the news team.
Good stuff. Now, you're a comm major. Tell me about how you got interested in news reporting and why you decided to take on this role, because you and I both know it's no easy task.
Oh, not at all. 2 words, Mason. Brian Williams. Before he got in trouble with NBC, I just thought he was such a phenomenal anchorman. I mean, just the way he delivered the news stories to you and the way he looked into the camera, just clear communication with his eyes directly to the camera lens. I found that fascinating, and just the way that he would deliver the news once again. It interested me. I loved the stories that he presented. And when it came time for me to be the news director, I wasn't interested at all at first. It took a lot of consideration, and then my friend Sebastian Escobar, who is the former program director for Brave New Radio, really motivated me and made me think about taking on the role, and that's when I took it on, and now a year later, after a crazy but fun adventure, I'm still here.
And here you are.
Yeah.
So I am, like you said, fortunate enough to work with you in the news department. If someone's like me and they're interested in being a reporter, what kind of skills do you look for them to have?
Well, basically for me, I like to have someone that has a nice, commanding but assertive tone in their voice. Someone who can really pronounce a story, knows how to deliver a story as well. The performance is very important as well as pronouncing. If you can't pronounce words correctly or deliver a story, then that's not going to cut it. I need someone that has like a nice, commanding tone, someone that can communicate news to other people and really have a nice gut feeling as to whether or not that story is newsworthy, in my opinion.
Okay, now recently you were nominated for Best News Director, an award from the Intercollegiate Broadcast System. Tell me about how it feels to be one of the best in the country at what you do in your first year, or your first full year doing it.
Oh, it was out of this world. I mean, just the fact that I got nominated for one of the top 3 news directors in the nation, it's huge. Honestly, I was bummed out that I didn't win that award, but you know what? Being a finalist is even better because you're one of the top 3 in the nations, and I take a lot of pride into that. So it's really cool.
So as the news director, you're delivering everything that's happening around the world, locally even. Do you think that it's important, and why do you think it's important for students today to hear that news?
Oh, well, it's honestly really crucial. I think that students need to look into the fact that they can make an impact in this world, believe it or not, and that's why news is really crucial for students. It can motivate them and even inspire them to make a call to action. It can motivate them, for example, with the presidential race right now that's going on. Honestly, a lot of people in our generation aren't being that active, and I think with news stories that are happening, it can really motivate them to be a part of that change and take part in it.
Of course. Now, you seem pretty adamant that the students should be receiving the news. How do you think, what is the best platform or method for keeping them informed?
Well, right now in the 21st century, you have digital media all over the place. You have social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can get your news stories from there, but I go there sometimes, but I don't recommend it because I like to stick with channels like ABC 7, NBC. Those are the prime major networks I get my news from. So I stick with the old school. I do a little bit of old and new school.
Excellent. Joel Carrasquillo, news director for WP 88.7 FM Brave New Radio. Ladies, back to you.
Thanks, Mason. Coming up, our producer, Luke Walsh, goes out on campus to ask students about their news habits. Don't go anywhere. You're watching The Roundabout.
Welcome back to The Roundabout. We just heard from Joel Carrasquillo, a student who immerses himself in the news. To find out how other students get their daily news, we go to our producer, Luke Walsh, who has the answers from the student body.
Thanks, girls. I'm here at the new William Patterson building, University Hall, to ask William Patterson students about how they get their news. Alexa, I have to ask you, what is your main source of news?
I'd say MSNBC.
MSNBC? So do you check out their website, or do you use phone, TV?
I actually use my phone and I follow them on Twitter.
Main source is internet.
Internet.
Internet, yeah. So what's your favorite source you like get it from?
I like to read Reuters.
Okay.
Usually my main source of news is usually my phone, probably Twitter.
ESPN.
My main source of news information comes from my cell phone.
Okay.
I usually either check Twitter or I check on the news outlets on Snapchat.
Probably beats Twitter. Okay. I mostly go on websites like the Times or CNN.
Okay.
But definitely social media really helps, and I do watch TV now and then. But
I mainly get my news from the internet, or if I get the chance, like in the morning news, if I ever get the chance to see it.
And how often do you think you check a day?
Check the news a day? Yeah. I definitely don't check daily, but weekly I probably check maybe like 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
Maybe like once a week.
Probably, once in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon and at night.
Okay. Every morning.
Every morning? Yeah. So how do you find out about events on campus, if at all?
I pay attention to my email. Most people don't, but I actually do.
Okay, yeah, it's always good.
Yeah, usually the email sends you notifications for everything.
I usually find out through the announcement emails.
Okay.
So those are very helpful. It always tells me all the cool events that are coming up next.
I usually check the William Patterson Twitter, the Facebook page for the class.
Okay.
See if there's anything else there.
Oh, I have an Instagram account, so I use Instagram. I follow SAPB, and they usually have like most of the activities for like what's going on campus posted.
I have them on Twitter and I follow them on Instagram.
Okay, so you're pretty hooked in with the
My
social
phone.
media and everything?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you read any of the newspapers here on campus?
I read them occasionally.
Okay.
I really don't pay much attention, even though I should, especially since I hope to write.
No.
Okay.
I see the stands for them, but no.
No, I haven't. No. No, I have. Well, I've seen them circulate. Yeah, I see them circulate, but I don't really get the chance to see them.
No.
No?
Maybe like once. Yes, I do. I read The Beacon.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. You're actually the first person who said they read the newspaper here, which is really cool. Well, that's it from University Hall. Back to you, girls.
Thanks, Luke. Now, girls, ladies, where do you get your news from?
I mostly get my news from Snapchat, the Discover page. I watch every single one. It's a variety. Yeah, there's a Discover page on Snapchat. You have Wall Street Journal. You have BuzzFeed. You have every type of like.
But you really watch everyone?
Yeah,
That's
throughout
too
the
much.
day. I don't just sit there and just the whole time like.
I actually go on NJ.com and read.
Every morning.
I do.
Okay.
It's actually.
I don't
it's
know
not a
about
crime
these
on there.
people who read. I just watch television. I go Channel 4. Hey, Matt Lauer. Like, you watch Channel 4?
No, but I'm interning there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Not with Matt Lauer, clearly. Just New York Live for her.
I check Twitter. I check Twitter for and like what's going on today, like entertainment today, and like obviously Instagram. I get a lot.
Yeah, I get a lot from Instagram.
I've got like a government page that lets me know what's going on.
So clearly I'm the only old soul here.
Yeah, you're the only one who
Excuse
watches
me.
I mean, you read,
you know.
but everyone's doing internet now.
Nobody grabs the school newspaper.
The school?
I'm
no.
sorry,
The
Nadia.
real? Yes.
The school.
The school,
no,
no.
real, yes.
I mean, it used to be in my classrooms, and I would grab it, but then it would be the same one for like the whole.
Yeah,
Every
I used to
2
read
weeks
it
we
when
had
Nadia
a different
used
one
to
that
write.
used to come out. You used to read my articles?
Yeah, when Nadia used to write, I used to read. Other than that, you have to support your friends. So
Nadia, I love you. I never read your articles. Sorry.
They'll be on my profile. You can catch
I
them.
mean, I saw the school newspaper. Like, I was
saw
like,
it.
oh, the school newspaper, and then I walked away.
The Beacon is also pretty good. I used to read them just because like it had good competition and a lot of their content was a little different than ours. You guys don't do the Beacon either?
I don't
know what the Beacon is.
I don't either.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Or you care to elaborate?
Right.
What is El Beacon?
It's like another form of the school newspaper, but it's ran by students, while ours used to be by Professor Dr. Lesher.
Ah, well.
Well, when we come back, we'll discuss the future of the Roundabout. You don't want to miss it.
No, you don't.
Welcome back. So ladies, it's the season 5 finale of The Roundabout, and that got me thinking about what the show will be like next season. Personally, I'd like to see a whole change in format.
Really? Like what?
Well, I've been binging on shows like The Office and Modern Family, so I thought that the show could look a little bit something like this.
Office ambient noise ready to go.
Madonna, have I ever told you how great you are at doing my makeup?
Not enough, Kat. Not enough.
Well, it's a new season of The Roundabout, and I'm very excited. I've brought a lot of new ideas to Al Clark, the head of our studio, and an all-around wonderful guy to try to improve the show for the better.
Mr. Clark?
Oh, yes?
Could you go over these rundowns with me?
Oh, of course, Eric. You're a fine young student.
Oh, thanks.
There we go. That wasn't so hard. I love this job.
Oh, Mr. Clark, did you see the email I sent you about the ideas for the show?
Sure I did. I did not read her email. And frankly, I don't even know how to check my emails. I mean, look at this thing. It doesn't even have any buttons on it. And now I've just sent my entire life savings to a coffee shop in Denmark. Oh well.
One thing I wanted to improve upon was to make the show a little bit lighter, more fun. So I hired a special fourth host to join us this season.
Thank you. All right, could someone point me to hair and makeup? Oh yes, I'm looking forward to being a part of this wonderful project. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't really fit in with the rest of the cast, and I think it's pretty obvious why. I will be the only male, but I'm hopeful that they will accept me as one of their own. Did that sound weird?
Hey, Kelsey, you ready for today's show?
Yes. Where's Nadia?
Well, she's not here yet, but I hope she gets here soon because we have to go over the hot topics.
Hello, so good to see you.
It's very interesting. Who turned out the lights?
Nadia, you're 20 minutes late. The whole crew has been waiting.
Oh, hush, darling. Us TV stars are always fashionably late. I'll be in the makeup room if you need me.
But we have to go over the hot topics.
Sure thing, hun. I'll see you in an hour.
So, what did you ladies think?
You know, it was fine. But if it were up to me, I think the next season should look like this. Welcome back to The Roundabout. I'm Nadia Cruz, joined by my lovely co-host Kelsey Carter and Katiuska Guzman. How are you ladies doing back there? So, going back to hot topics. How do I look? Do I look fabulous? Look at my earrings. This shirt.
Nadia, we were barely in that.
You were there. You just have to squint a little.
Well, if you ask me, I think The Roundabout should be more like this next season. Around and around and around and around and around. I don't know about you, but that seems great.
Okay, you know what, ladies? I think the show's fine just the way it is.
Well, I agree. Don't go away. We'll be right back to wrap up things here on The Roundabout.
You're watching WPTV, the only college TV station more entertaining than watching paint dry.
I don't know. This is pretty entertaining. I mean, look at it. She's a beauty.
Well, that about does it for this episode and another great season of The Roundabout. We'd like to thank our special guests, Brooke Rochman and Joel Carrasquillo.
Our wonderful professors, Loretta McLaughlin-Vanier and Al Clark.
Our fantastic makeup artists, Madonna Tapasco, and the entire crew who have done an amazing work this entire season.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next season on The Roundabout.